qualifying.
Obviously, it was also designed for a sweeping 3+ miles using company property and public
All 20 drivers are on there trying to get the fastest time in 18 minutes. The bottom 5 get knocked out of qualifying.
Mickey Mouse 2.2-mile racetrack. Rolling gamblers to the tables at Caesars Palace. They didn't show up, and that was the end of that.
Yes, they have tonight.
That's right.
I don't think I've ever seen more high rollers in my life than at this event tonight. I've seen people that I've only seen on the movie screen. I've seen
This is how it's
people
supposed to be
like
every
Shaun
3
White,
seconds.
who's a hero of mine. It's pretty incredible.
But also, the high rollers that are here, seriously talking. Reynolds, McElhaney, you know, there's also
only 14
Gordon
minutes
Ramsay,
left
we
to
mentioned him already.
qualify.
These people have loved for many years. But, you know, Dave Beckham loves his... it's always been a sport that other sportsmen have admired from afar. And I think to get these guys here...
facility that's been created here. We have a lot of people getting involved.
Early returns are in, as it were. Kevin Magnussen.
Ferrari's time. If you are a Red fan, if you are
I think
part
people
of the
think like when
Tifosi,
there's sparks,
then
something's happening.
stand by, because I think that there's right at the sharp end, as they have been at many. Whatever the car, it doesn't matter whether you're Alfa Romeo, Haas, or Ferrari. Look at the sparks flying as they pass our
Configuration.
Get a sense that the teams are quietly confident this weekend.
Just 3, they showed plenty of pace. Logan Sargent, P3.
Up-and-coming racing driver. Connor, I know you know him well.
Sector 3.
Sector 3, likes me, but it's a big weekend for him as we go on board with the Jap.
Third gear through the turn along the elevated railway. Don't try this on Monday morning, commuters.
I think traffic's going to be an important thing, and obviously you've got to be so aware as a driver, Connor, to... He's coming on a flyer like Verstappen is. He's just passed 4 cars, and they were all very much engineering the spotter's job.
Well, and traffic is the most annoying part about a qualifying session for sure. I mean, you are trying with these probably tires as well. You have 1 lap to do it, and if you don't have a clear track, if you don't have the exact spacing that you need in the race car as well, and it's the teams that have to use the pit lane to help the drivers. It's a team effort because they're costing these outlaps, and you got to.
Verstappen to P2, 89,000 of the session-leading time. The Ferrari of Charles Leclerc.
Wherever you're sitting in the grandstand, Sector 1 is a combination of straights and corners. 3 corners and Sector 3, 2 long straights connected by 3 corners. So, this is Gunther Steiner, watches along pensively.
Must be out there. He's going to do a speed check.
The sectors, we know Logan Sargent still with a purple Sector 3.
Wow.
And now the names keep rising. Kevin Magnussen doing a great job in the Haas, right there at 4. And he is well into the top 10. Then Valtteri Bottas, a recent arrival.
Yeah, the Ferraris also. Sector 3 is their Achilles heel, if any. And likewise, Aston Martin is Sector 2. So we'll keep an eye on that. But Leclerc showing that there is no sector within his reach. Look at this.
In sectors 1 and 2. Carlos Sainz, his teammate, goes to the top of the charts briefly. displaced by his teammate by 7/10 of a second.
Wow.
That's huge.
And there's more to come. We predicted 133. I think we're going to get there. To see what Russell and Hamilton can do. Russell top 3, if not the fastest in. Hamilton still in the top 10.
Nightmare for a driver right there. I can promise you that is beyond frustrating in a qualifying session. That's just about perfect. Didn't even rip the banner.
Banners are made out of because people keep rubbing them, but you never see any tire on the wall. Fernando Alonso, who just keeps setting one record after another. I believe when he drove his last Formula One race in 1982 here in Las Vegas. Juan Manuel Fangio was 48. Of course, that was another world. In the 50s.
And who's to say Mario might not see another Las Vegas Grand Prix from the outside with his son Michael. It's on the cards now after the announcement from GM.
Respect for one of the greatest all-rounders of all time. So, 45 seconds left in the session. Our attention turns to the list.
I'm almost guaranteed that's Kim Illman right there.
Right now, that's Nico Hulkenberg.
No, maybe not. That's
Stroll for
photographer.
Aston Martin, Yuki
The guy you
Tsunoda
think we're
in the
gonna see?
AlphaTauri, and George Russell for Mercedes.
Yuki Tsunoda had a lap time deleted for track limits. I'm very curious to see where that was. I wonder if he cut one of the chicanes.
Yeah, that's more likely. Yeah. There really isn't a lot of places.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. We've heard a lot about track limits.
But not here.
Yeah, that was turn 8.
Two Aston Martins on track. Like you said, Connor, to see if anybody during a session will work together. It's hard to do, especially in a long and what we mean by that is getting together on a DRS zone to literally get a slingshot from
Exactly. Well, every driver's different. We are all built to only succeed ourselves, and we don't want to help anyone else. But I will say, these Formula One teams do work well together most of the time, and we've seen it before, and we'll see it again.
Flat out Piastri.
Go.
Hear that car limiting.
The car is on the deck at high speed.
Deleted time for Russell.
Ah, that explains why he's at the bottom of the timesheets.
Yeah, turning. Yeah, they're missing that chicane. Not seeing all
That's around the edge. Here's Russell. Still has time, but the clock is ticking. He's only got to get up into the top 15. If he does, Zhou Guan Yu and the Alfa Romeo.
And he's gone fifth, 134
He should be able to.
Here's Verstappen, who goes up to P2 with a 134. Just over a tenth behind session leader Charles Leclerc.
Hulkenberg, obviously he's shined throughout the practices so far. I expect him to get through. That's the thing. You can do whatever you like leading up to this. One mistake, one miss of a chicane or one deletion.
One more shot to do it, really, right? I think we've everything's on the line. Logan Sargent right now is on a good lap, so I think we'll see some improvement from those guys.
But you're right. The last man standing, the last man who can get the last fraction.
Sargent goes third, 134.
Right.
Come
Wow.
on, America.
Habit of it, Logan.
Sargent, here we go.
So once again, the Ferraris 1 and 2.
Super good weekend by Ferrari.
Leclerc on another hot lap.
There's your 33s. We're into the 33s now.
Yeah, exactly. Just 20 points between Mercedes and Ferrari in that battle in the Constructors' Championship for the champions already.
That was Lewis right there.
Championship worth tens of millions of dollars to the constructors, to the teams.
Hard fought at the back. Williams, AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo. Less than 20 between them for all.
Risk on the bubble, as it were. And now bumped as Oscar Piastri 17th. Zhou Guanyu bumped. Now the driver at risk.
AlphaTauri need to get a shift on too. 2:49, and they're not showing.
2 minutes left.
So far, Ricciardo
Qualify one.
3. Yuki was better, but Hamilton was strong. DHL, he almost got his own packet then.
1 centimeter from the wall.
So he's got about 5 mil left, and he'll be fine.
Piastri 17th at the moment. He's got to make this happen right now. This would be a big shock if McLaren didn't make it through with one of their cars, not both.
You obviously want to be the
90
last one
seconds
across
left.
the aisle. So it's a very difficult strategy game to play for the teams. Because, do you sacrifice space on track to make sure you're last, or then do you miss it? It's a real challenge to be in the perfect spot.
Oh, they're right by each other.
That sit first and second on the tires. Normally, the
1 minute
track
left.
everyone knew well that was rubber bands. You might see the top 7 or 8 cars in the pit lane feeling comfortable that they're going to Russell another lap deleted.
Wow. Russell.
But right now, the only cars who think they're safe are
He's
the 2
11 or
Ferraris.
12,
and keep
yeah.
in mind, Carlos Sainz
They'll make this
has
one.
a 10 grid spot.
And look at Alex Albon as well. The trend of the year has been Alex Albon out-qualifying Logan Sargent
he's like
almost
12
every
on
race,
that.
if not every race. And now Alex
Yellow
is
flag.
struggling to try to catch Logan. So there's something about this track that clearly suits Logan.
Well, we saw a nice picture of him winning in
15
cards as a
seconds
boy.
left.
We've all done the Supernaturals here in Las Vegas.
10 seconds
It's
left.
Part of your
Joe,
growing
Ricardo,
career.
Stroll, Piastri, and Zhou Guanyu. Or,
So the clock ticks down.
Tsunoda is last. They didn't make it.
At the moment,
So
Piastri's
Tsunoda,
still there. Stroll,
Ricardo,
Ricardo,
Stroll,
and
Piastri,
Tsunoda.
and Zhou
And that is
Guanyu.
really bad news.